I was asked by a drag queen to make a new look for them. The theme was denim and diamonds for Pride season. So in the theme of reduce, reuse, recycle, I decided to go to the charity shops and buy some jeans. I jotted out a couple of designs and this was the one that we went for. So I started off from the bottom up, so we're going to start with a leotard and I'm going to use this pattern right here. Because I might want to go back and make a leotard in a different size, I don't want to cut the pattern out of the actual pattern pieces, so I used this nifty little tool called a tracing wheel. I laid some craft paper out on my work table and then got the pattern layout on top. Picked the size that I wanted, then traced around the edges with the tracing wheel. This punches a tiny little hole through each of the pattern pieces, so when you take the pattern piece away, you just got to join the dots. Because I've got a brain like a goldfish and it's just safe information just goes straight through it, I need to write down all the information from the pattern pieces onto the craft paper pattern so that I know what I'm doing and I don't end up with a sleeve on a leg hole. Once all my pattern pieces were cut out, I then used this fabulous fabric that Kit from the Sewing Bee, my good friend, donated to me. They said they had this fabric laying around for like years, so at least it was going to a good home and a good costume. I got those pattern pieces cut out with my rotary cutter, otherwise known as my pizza cutter. Once I'd got all my pattern pieces sorted, I then moved on to the closure in the leotard, so I decided to put a zip in. So I fired up Thready Mercury, my tabletop machine, and got his zipper foot on. Because of the look I was going for, I didn't want the zip to be invisible, so I wanted it chunky and onshore, and also that's a little bit easier than doing an invisible zip. I was chuffed, look at how good it is. This was where my filming process kind of broke down a little bit because I moved on to the corset. I made the corset out of denim and then patchworked these denim pieces on top and frayed the edges. I then spent what felt like 400 hours stoning the hell out of it. I wanted this to be a versatile costume, so I wanted the skirt to be able to be detached. So I cut the original waistbands off 4 sets of jeans and used the buttons on the corset, using the buttonholes along the top of the skirt so it could just be buttoned on and off. I then spent 4 lifetimes stoning the hell out of the skirt as well. This was the first full fit on Gladys, my mannequin, and I was really happy with how it was turning out. I even made some little fingerless gloves and stoned them as well. At this point there was nothing left to do but to get her down and try it on. This costume was made for Lucy Luce and she looked absolutely stunning at Cork Pride when she debuted this look. This was so much effort, but the final look was awesome.